Join me in this year's International Workers' Day protests in Zurich. Every year, on May 1st, people around the world take to the streets to honor the long history of workers' struggles. From the fight for fair wages and safe working conditions, to the right to organize and be heard. What started in the late 19th century as a movement for an 8-hour workday has grown into a global day of protest, solidarity, and political expression. This was the first time I actually went to a protest in my life. I managed to convince my mom to let me go today after a long argument with my stepfather about it. However, I was going alone. I dropped myself into this event head first, not really knowing where or what to do other than where the start of the protest was. I got off the train in Zurich and made my way to the Helvetiaplatz. At the train station, I already saw a bunch of cops, which was going to be a regular theme here at the protest. I walked through the city, and I was sort of high from my own excitement, and I giggled while seeing the graffiti on storefronts already. But I had actually come a little late because halfway there, I already met the front of the protest, audibly at first. When I arrived, I was kind of amazed at how many people there already were. But I didn't know which block to join. So I stood at the sidelines, like an idiot. Lots of cool people though. I also got a bunch of stuff, like this ribbon, and then another ribbon, and then a brochure, a newspaper. My bag was full at the end. There were also these guys on the balcony filming, and funny enough, I actually ended up seeing their Insta posts on my way home. Check them out! I almost got on camera. The first flag I saw was the Straw Hat Pirates flag. One of my best friends would have enjoyed seeing this. Believe me when I say, the protest line was long. I stood at the sides for a good hour or so before reaching the end. But while there, I talked with a bunch of cool people and saw several leftist groups and organizations. Really cool!
Deshalb müssen wir eine ökologische Klassenpolitik verfolgen, die sich solidarisch mit den Arbeitern in der Industrie, auf dem Bau, in der Pflege und im öffentlichen Verkehr gegen Kürzungen und Entlassungen organisiert.
I actually loved seeing this sign specifically, so much I had to speak up. Overall, the atmosphere and energy of the protest was so perfect, and I thought that before I even got adopted into a group. Speaking of, meet Lily. They're part of the RKP, and they dragged me along into their blog.
Mein Name ist Lili Stalder, ich bin 21, ich habe Hochbauzeichnerin gelernt und ich bin Kommunistin. Der Grund, wieso ich mich für den Weg vom Kommunismus entschieden habe, ist, weil ich im Alter von 18 entdeckt habe, dass es keine Lösungen gibt für Kriege, für Klimawandel, für soziale Unruhe, für soziale Ungleichheit und für Rassismus innerhalb des kapitalistischen Systems. Das gleiche System führt einfach immer wieder zu den gleichen Problemen und den gleichen Sorgen. Und es gibt keine Partei, die das aufzeigt und auch eine nachvollziehbare Alternative bringt, bis ich die RKP kennengelernt habe. Die Kommunisten haben mich zu den Werken von Marx gebracht, die mich dann gerade gepackt haben. Die Theorie und die Wissenschaft haben einfach die Realität der Gesellschaft so stark aufgegriffen, wie ich es noch nie gehört habe zuvor. Und dort habe ich einfach gewusst, das ist das, was es braucht für eine Zukunft, die unter der Kontrolle der Masse ist, wo jeder Anspruch auf ein Zuhause hat, auf Essen, auf Freizeit, wo sie sein Leben gestalten können, wo sie Kunst machen können und wo sie Musik machen können und wo jeder eine Mitsprache hat, wie sie ihre Umgebung gestalten, die Stadt und ja, einfach den Mensch frei von sich selber bringen.
We were at the very back, and I got to meet the members of the RKP. They're all lovely people, and they were so nice to me. I feel like I found my place immediately. So I joined them in their chants.
Internationale Solidarität! Oh, die internationale Solidarität!
This is Noah. You'll get to know him later. I also met Sasha. They talked to me for most of the protest, and we had lovely conversations about our experiences with Marxism. They also told me that they were going to another protest in St. Gallen, where they had their main seat. We went through almost all of Zurich, chanting and protesting, but in front of us, we saw a Zionist stirring up conflict with the Palestinian bloc. We were right at it to join the Palestinians in support. When we got to the end of the protest, I had to decide whether to go with the St. Gallo or to stay here in Zurich. I decided to stay since I wanted to check out the May Festival. It was chock full of people. The RKP members invited me to visit their stand where they advertised their party and sold books. I bought 2 for myself, which I will be reading. I also got to talk with Noah there, who did amazingly in front of the camera.
Zusammen, ich bin der Noah von der Revolutionären Kommunistischen Partei, RKP. Wir sind hier am Maifest. Und wenn man so die Welt wieder anschaut, wir sehen überall Kriege, wir sehen Krisen, wir sehen Inflation. Und wir sehen auch mit der 10 Millionen Schweiz von der SVP einen Versuch, die Gesellschaft zu spalten in Schweizer und Nicht-Schweizer. Und was wir sagen ist, wir wollen Kriegstreiber und die Rechten jetzt beide stürzen. Und das geht nur mit der Weltrevolution und Kommunismus. Weil das System, wo all die Kriege produziert, wo all die Spaltung produziert, das System ist der Kapitalismus. Und gegen das kämpfen wir. Und wenn du einverstanden bist damit, dann tritt uns Beigang auf kommunismus.ch und schreib uns ein Mail oder einen Beitrag. Und dann können wir dich kontaktieren. Ja, ich wünsche euch einen schönen Abend und gut Fahrt.
That is where I departed from the RKP for today, and I spent the next 2 hours walking through the May Festival, enjoying all the stands and food before making my way home. I was told that they are holding their counter protests now, which means I have to kind of find a way home without getting in between the protesters and the cops. On my way home, I took a look at the aftermath of the protests, which was mainly graffiti. I really enjoyed it today, and I'm looking forward to doing things like this again in the near future. But that's where I'm gonna leave it for today. I need to head home.